You wake up in the middle of the night, and your cat is already there. Not sleeping, not walking away, just sitting in the dark, looking at you like it has been watching for a while. Later, you go to the kitchen, and your cat follows. You walk to the bathroom, and your cat appears again. You sit down for one quiet minute, and somehow, your cat knows exactly where you are. A lot of people laugh and say the same thing. My cat is just weird, clingy, or hoping for food. But that is where many people miss something important. Cats do not keep checking on you for no reason. A cat that keeps passing by, watching you sleep, waiting outside the door, or moving from room to room with you is often doing something much deeper. Sometimes it is about territory. Sometimes it is about routine. Sometimes it is about comfort. And sometimes it is because in your cat's world, you are one of the most important signs that everything is still safe. That changes the meaning of these little moments. Your cat may not check on you in a loud way. It may not run to you like a dog. It may not ask for attention every time. But it notices. It keeps track. And that means more than most people realize. If your cat also follows you around the house or watches you when you sleep, comment, "My cat checks on me," because you are not the only one. 1. Your cat is not just following you. It is checking whether its world is still safe. Many people think a cat follows its owner for only 2 reasons, food or attention. Sometimes that is true, but very often, something deeper is happening. To a cat, home is not just a place with walls, windows, and furniture. Home is a living map. It is made of smells, sounds, routines, safe paths, favorite corners, and the people inside it. And once a cat sees you as part of that safe world, it starts keeping track of you the same way it keeps track of the rest of its territory. That is why your cat may quietly appear when you move to another room. Not because it has nothing better to do. Not because it is always hungry. But because something important in its world just changed position. And that something is you. This is also why cats rub their cheeks on your hand, your leg, or the edge of the couch right after being near you. Many owners think it just means, "My cat wants petting." It can mean that, but it also means your cat is leaving scent behind. Cats have scent glands around the face and head. When they rub on you, they're mixing you into their world of familiar smells. In simple words, your cat is saying, "You belong in my safe circle." That is a bigger message than most people realize. Your cat does not only live beside you. Your cat organizes part of its emotional safety around you. So when it checks where you are, when it walks behind you, when it pauses in the doorway and stares for a second, it may be doing something very small on the outside, but very meaningful on the inside. It is updating its mental map. It is making sure the home still feels normal, still predictable, still safe. Cats love what is familiar. Familiar smells calm them. Familiar sounds calm them. Familiar people calm them too. That is why even a very independent cat may still want to know where you are. This is not weakness. This is not neediness. This is how a careful animal stays settled in its space. And when you understand that, the behavior starts to look very different. Your cat is not simply being nosy. It may be checking the condition of its world. And in your cat's mind, you are not outside that world. You are one of the most important parts of it. 2. Sometimes your cat checks on you like a quiet night guard. One of the strangest moments for many cat owners happens at night. You wake up, and your cat is sitting there, looking at you. Not playing, not asking for food, just watching. That can feel creepy at first, but to a cat, it can make perfect sense. When you are asleep, you are quiet, still, and less aware of what is happening around you. In animal terms, that is a vulnerable state. Your cat may not think about it in human words, but it is very good at noticing when a body is active, resting, alert, or weak. So when your cat watches you at night, it may be checking whether everything is normal. Your breathing, your movement, the sounds in the room, the feeling of the house. Cats are excellent at picking up tiny changes. A soft sound in the hallway, a shadow moving under the door, a strange noise outside the window. They often notice these things before you do. And because they are alert animals, they do not fully ignore the world just because you are asleep. That is one reason your cat may seem like a quiet little guard at night. The same idea can explain bathroom behavior too. So many cats rush to the bathroom door, follow their owner inside, or sit outside and wait. People joke that cats have no respect for privacy. But from the cat's side, the bathroom is full of strange signals. There is running water, echoing sound, steam, splashing, flushing, doors closing, and then suddenly, you disappear behind a barrier. To your cat, that can feel important enough to monitor. It is not always dramatic. Your cat may not think you are in terrible danger, but it may feel that something unusual is happening, and unusual things are worth checking. Cats also look at your reaction when something odd happens in the home. If there's a loud noise and you stay calm, many cats settle faster. If you freeze, stare, or sound worried, your cat may become more alert too. That means your cat is not only watching the house, it is also watching you for clues. In many moments, you are part of your cat's safety system, and when your cat checks on you, it may be doing more than showing curiosity. It may be asking one quiet question: is everything still okay? 3. Your cat checks on you because you are a safe place, not just a person with food. This is the part many people get wrong. They think a cat checks on its owner because the owner is useful. The food comes from you. The water gets changed by you. The litter box stays clean because of you. So it is easy to believe your cat is only staying close because it wants something. But that explanation is too small. Yes, you are the one who helps your cat live. But over time, for many cats, you become more than the hand that opens the food can. You become part of what feels safe, steady, and known. And that matters more than most people realize. Cats do not always show attachment in loud ways. They may not jump all over you. They may not always ask to be held. Some cats do not even like too much touching. But that does not mean they are distant inside. A cat can feel deeply connected to you and still show it in very quiet ways. It lies near you, but not on you. It comes into the room, looks at you, then settles down. It slow blinks at you. It sleeps with its back turned because it trusts the space around you. It checks where you are, then relaxes once it sees you. Those are not empty habits. Those are signs that your presence helps your cat feel more secure. In a cat's world, predictability is comforting. Knowing where you are, hearing your usual sounds, seeing your normal movements, and feeling your routine helps the day make sense. You become a kind of emotional anchor, not because your cat is weak, but because trust always creates a bond. That is why some cats walk into a room, look at their person for 2 seconds, and leave again. They are not being strange. They may simply be checking that their safe person is still there. That little visit can mean, everything is normal. I'm okay now. And honestly, that can be one of the sweetest things about living with a cat. Because the truth is, cats do not spend their energy checking on everyone. They do it most with the people who matter in their world. So when your cat quietly comes to find you, do not always assume it wants food. Sometimes your cat just wants to confirm that its safe place is still close. If your cat often comes near you, stays close without asking for anything, comment 6. If your cat always seems to need to know where you are in the house, comment 8. And once you see this kind of behavior for what it really is, one question becomes even more powerful. What else is your cat noticing about you before you notice it yourself? 4. Your cat may notice when you are tired, sad, or not feeling well before you realize it. A lot of cat owners have had this strange experience. On a normal day, their cat keeps a comfortable distance. But on the day they feel sick, emotionally drained, or unusually tired, the cat starts showing up more. It stays closer. It watches more. It curls up nearby. It rubs against them again and again, as if something has changed. And usually, something has. This does not mean your cat understands human illness the way a doctor does. Your cat is not sitting there naming your problem. But cats are extremely sensitive to change, especially change in the person who shapes most of their daily world. Your body has a normal pattern. Your smell has a normal pattern. Your voice, movements, breathing, energy, and routine all have a normal pattern too. And your cat learns that pattern over time. So when you are sick, sad, stressed, or exhausted, many small things shift at once. Your body temperature may change. Your scent may change. Your breathing may sound different. Your voice may get quieter. You may stay in bed longer, move slower, skip your normal routine, or stop responding with your usual energy. Your cat notices that. That is why some cats suddenly become softer and more present on hard days. They may come sit on the bed. They may slow blink. They may rub their face on you. They may purr more. Or they may simply keep checking the room, looking at you, then lying down nearby like a silent witness. To people, this can feel almost magical. But the truth is both simpler and deeper than that. Cats are animals built to notice tiny changes in the living things around them. And when the most familiar human in their world starts acting differently, they pay attention. Sometimes that attention looks like comfort. Sometimes it looks like concern. Sometimes it looks like your cat trying to understand what feels off. That is what makes this behavior so moving. Your cat may not be thinking, "My human is sad." But it may absolutely feel that your normal state has changed, and that change matters. In your cat's world, you are part of the structure of the day. So when your rhythm changes, the whole emotional map shifts with it. And that is why a cat checking on you during a hard moment can feel so powerful. Not because the gesture is loud, but because it is quiet, steady, and real. 5. Sometimes your cat is not being loving or protective. It is simply studying you. There is another truth many people do not think about. Sometimes your cat checks on you for a very simple reason. You are interesting. To a cat, humans do many strange things. You stare at glowing screens. You leave the house and come back with new smells. You shut doors. You move objects around. You sleep for long hours at night instead of taking many short rests through the day. You cook, clean, talk to boxes, and make sudden sounds for reasons your cat does not understand. So yes, sometimes your cat is not checking on you because of deep emotion. Sometimes it is just trying to figure you out. Cats are natural observers. In the wild, small details matter. A tiny sound, a small movement, a new smell, a change in timing. All of these can carry useful information. That same brain still lives inside your cat at home. So when your cat watches you work, follows you into another room, or appears the moment you stand up, it may be gathering clues. What are you doing? Where are you going? Will something happen next? Is this the moment food appears? Is this the moment play starts? That kind of watching is not cold. It is part curiosity, part learning, and part routine. And routine matters a lot here. If your cat has learned that following you to the kitchen sometimes leads to food, it will remember. If checking on you on the couch sometimes leads to petting, it will remember that too. If sitting near your desk gets your attention once in a while, that behavior may become stronger over time. This is how cats build habits. They notice patterns, connect actions to results, and repeat what works. So when your cat keeps checking on you, the reason is not always just one thing. It can be affection mixed with curiosity. It can be comfort mixed with learned reward. It can be a real bond mixed with a simple thought. Something useful might happen if I stay close. That does not make the behavior less meaningful. It makes it more honest. Because cats are rarely doing only one thing at a time. A cat can care about you, feel safe near you, and still be watching to see whether a snack, a game, or a cozy moment might happen next. That is the beauty of cats. Even their smallest actions can carry more than one truth. 6. When checking on you stops being sweet and starts becoming a warning sign. Most of the time, a cat checking on you is normal. It follows you into another room. It waits outside the bathroom. It looks at you while you sleep. It comes by just to make sure you are there. That is usually healthy behavior. But sometimes the pattern changes. And that is when you should pay closer attention. If your cat seems truly panicked when you leave, cries again and again behind closed doors, stops eating when you are gone, grooms so much that fur starts thinning, scratches at doors, or starts using the litter box outside the box when separated from you, that may be more than simple attachment. It may be stress, anxiety, or unhealthy dependence. The same is true if an older cat suddenly starts staring into space at night, wandering, acting confused, becoming restless, or following you in a way that feels very different from its usual habits. That can sometimes point to pain, changes in hearing or vision, cognitive decline, or another medical problem. This is the important part many owners miss. Not every intense behavior is love. Sometimes it is discomfort. Sometimes it is fear. Sometimes it is a cry for help. So do not only ask, "Why is my cat so attached to me?" Also ask, "Has something changed?" Look at the full picture. Is your cat eating normally? Sleeping normally? Using the litter box normally? Moving normally? Acting like itself? If the checking behavior suddenly becomes extreme, distressed, or very different from your cat's usual pattern, it is worth taking seriously and talking to a veterinarian. If you have ever realized too late that your cat was not just being clingy, comment 6 or 8. A lot of people only understand the signal after the problem gets bigger. Conclusion. So if your cat keeps checking on you, do not brush it off as a random habit. Most of the time, it is your cat's quiet way of staying connected to the world that feels safest. Sometimes it is about territory. Sometimes it is routine. Sometimes it is curiosity. Sometimes it is deep trust. And sometimes it is a signal that something is changing and needs your attention. That is why this behavior matters. Your cat is not always trying to interrupt you. Often, it is trying to understand you, to locate you, to feel settled around you. And that may be one of the most beautiful truths about cats. They do not always love loudly, but they notice, they return, and in their own silent way, they keep checking that home is still there.